What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today I got some underwater bed fishing footage for y'all. Stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoy. There he is. Let's get right into it. All right, y'all, I got a fish on a bed right here. We're gonna send this camera down underwater and see if we can get him to eat on camera. All right, going in. I think right there might be the sweet spot. Looks like he gets a little upset when it's right there. Once you get away from that stump, he doesn't look like he cares as much. They always seem to have like a little sweet spot like that they really like. Ooh, nipped it. He nipped at it. Missed him. He had it for a second. There he is. Got him that time. That was awesome. He's a pretty solid one. There he is, probably like a 2.5 pounder-ish. Nice, right there on that one cast fishing flipping jig, snagless flipping jig. Grab a weight on him real quick. First fish. That's my first fish of 2025. That's pretty crazy. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. There it is. First fish of 2025. Thank you very much. Almost a 3-pounder to start the day. So I'm a big fan of using jigs while bed fishing. I think the skirt just gives it a whole lot more action, and like even after you twitch it, the skirt just continues to move. I think it kind of helps draw the fish in, and I think it just makes it a whole lot more lifelike. And then the rod and reel setup that I was using was the Dobyns 735, so it was a 7'3" mag heavy fast action rod, and 20-pound fluorocarbon to an 8:2 to 1 gear ratio reel. And the jig I was using is actually pretty unique. This is the One Cast Fishing snagless flipping jig. There's no weed guard on it, and it actually has an EWG style worm hook. So I really like having the best of both worlds with a skirt on a jig and the snaglessness and weedlessness of a Texas rig all in one bait. And I think the profile just looks a whole lot better when you don't have that big weed guard sticking out. I think it looks just a whole lot more natural. And the trailer that I had on that was the One Cast Fishing Nighthawk. One of the things that I do wish I had though was some type of lighter color bait, like a white bait or something. There are some scenarios where it was either a little bit cloudy, wind was picking up, the fish were also bedding in like super deep deep water. I'm talking 4 or 5, maybe even 6 foot of water sometimes. But I really wish I had some white colored baits. They actually did just drop the Nighthawk in a white colored bait, so you can get a Nighthawk with some type of lighter colored jig. And if I didn't have the second thing that really helped me on this day, it would have made things even harder to see on the water. That being the Sightmaster Plus lenses from Hobie Eyewear. The Sightmaster Plus lenses have just been a game changer in all types of scenarios, not only sight fishing or bed fishing, but whenever it's cloudy, whenever it's earlier in the morning, later in the afternoon, those dark shade lines and stuff, you can really see into the shade and actually pick out your targets a lot better, see stumps that you might not have been able to see before. So having some glasses that are actually made for sight fishing and made for lower light conditions really made a difference for me on this day. And so if y'all are interested in getting the OneCast fishing products or any Hobie Eyewear products, there'll be links down in the description below. And if you use the links down in the description below, you can get discounts on both of these. All right, I just saw an alligator go down right here. I think he just went down and just kind of sat on the bottom. I'm gonna see if I can stick this camera in the water and get a really cool shot just like going over him while he's sitting on the bottom. Let's see if he's still there. Oh yeah, there he is. I see him. Oh. Eat it. Eat it. Found another decent sized one on a bed. I want to throw the camera down there, but I don't know exactly where he's guarding, so don't want to do it just yet. There he is. Ah, another decent one. Get in here. Nice. That was a little bit bigger. Look at that. That's the OneCast Fishing snagless flipping jig. Oh, got a line wrapped around the camera. Perfect for fishing this time of year on beds. There's a lot of stumps and stuff. The snagless jig is the way to go. £3, 4 ounces. Unfortunately, I didn't save the weight of that last one, but it was, I think it was 210. So another decent one on the bed, and a lot better than most of the males that I caught last year on beds. Nice. I don't know if he was a male or not, but normally I would assume if there's just one on the bed, I normally assume it's just the male. So I wanted to get the camera down there. Couldn't figure out where his like little sweet spot was. He was circling around like a giant area. He would get really interested and fired up on a few different spots. So next time I will get the camera out. Sometimes they can be pretty picky on as far as baits go, but that's 2 on the flipping jig and the Nighthawk. So let's see if I can get some more on that. All right, round 2 of camera on the bed. Let's see if we can get this one. All right, I got the camera down there. It's deep, surprisingly really deep. I actually went ahead and put a marker buoy on it around the tripod so I could get my camera back when I'm done. Oh yeah, he's back on it. heck? Oh, I'm a freaking idiot, dude. All right. Got wrapped up in the line that the camera's on again. It's happened to me before. Oh yeah, he's back on it. See him now. I couldn't see him for a second. Oh. Ooh, I think he nipped it that time. Yeah, he's locked on pretty good now. Oh, I can barely see him. I wish the sun was still a little bit higher. Still see him pretty good though with my Sight Masters on. Probably a lot better than I could with anything else on. Bed fishing is probably way easier with power poles. I don't have a power pole, so I'm kind of floating and drifting and trolling all over the place, and it's kind of hard to stay in one spot, even though there's like no wind right here. There he is. There he is. Couldn't tell if he had it or not. Oh, he flipped it. Came off. Dang it. Whatever. At least I got the eat and the got the eat on the video. That's all that matters. Hopefully, hopefully got it on the camera down there. Yeah, it was probably about the same size as that last one. Hopefully you can see it all on this thing. Dang it. All right, well, we got to eat, not a land, but he was, like I said, about the same size as that last one. So, all right, I got 2 bass on a bed right here. Watch this. Of course, right when I get the camera down, the wind picks up, chops up the water, gets a little cloudy. Can't see anything now. I don't even know if they're still there. Hoping the wind will just stop here in a second, but it doesn't look like it's just wanting to. Ooh, he was pulling it off. I didn't realize it. There he is. That was sick. Oh. Get in here, yes. That's a solid one. I didn't think it was that big in the water. Heck yeah. Another solid fish, probably another 3-ish pounder on the bed. Again, on that one cast fishing, snagless flipping jig. Just getting it done today. I mean, you guys saw I'm literally fishing a stump. Another 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Another solid one on the bed. Literally just had to let it sit there. All right, thank you, little buddy. There he goes, right back to his bed. Hopefully this is all turning out good. From what I found, you'll throw a camera down there and then when you go to review the footage, it's way different. Like you don't realize what the bottom's like and what it's really like down there. It's insane. Oh no. Well, that might have been all for nothing. I think it was all for nothing. I think this camera's dead. Just great. That's awesome. Well, that's a bummer. Hopefully it just died right before I took it out, but I absolutely doubt that's the case. So that about wraps it up. I hope y'all enjoyed it. The underwater footage is always so much fun to get. It wasn't perfect, but I'm getting better at it. I'm learning things here and there. So if y'all enjoyed the underwater footage, be sure to check out this video from last year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.